Right now, I'd like to tell you about one of the most beloved and popular stars in film history. The most amazing thing about this star is the fact that he made only one American movie, and he made it over 50 years ago. Still, he's become an American folk legend, and his name is known throughout the world. I'll give you a few hints as to his identity. He was 50 feet tall, his arms were 23 feet long, his legs were 15 feet long, and he had hair over every inch of his body. No, it wasn't Norman Blumenthal, but you're close. I'm sure you've probably guessed it by now. The star I'm referring to, of course, is the immortal King Kong. It's hard for us to imagine today the incredible impact the release of King Kong had on the American public back in 1933. Now, keep in mind, the movie industry was only about 15 years old at that time, and talking pictures were only 5 years old. Filmmakers were still discovering new ways to perform their magic with the movie camera. Then, all of a sudden, King Kong burst upon the movie screens of America. From a technical standpoint, this was light years ahead of its time. Through the use of animation and rear screen projections and models of King Kong in various sizes, director Marion C. Cooper was able to make a film about a giant ape that enthralled, that mesmerized, that excited, not to mention scared the living daylights out of movie audiences across the United States. No one had ever seen anything like this. Few movies in the history of the cinema had such a profound impact on the public as did King Kong. In its first week's run, in only 2 New York theaters, King Kong drew over 150,000 people through the turnstiles. This picture was a phenomenon. Thousands of people waited on lines for hours to see the movie about this giant gorilla. Of course, the true test of greatness in a film is how well it stands the ravages of time. In every respect, King Kong has stood up to this test. It's exciting, it's scary, and it's as enthralling today, over 5 decades after its release, as it was back in 1933. So now sit back and enjoy one of the true classics, one of the greatest films ever made, King Kong.